I really like seeing everyone improving and stuff, and even the freshmen that are in the lineup, they're getting better and better after each match and each competition and learning things. And the coaching staff is awesome, and they know exactly what to work on, so it's perfect.
Thank you, Ty. Congratulations.
Ty Waters victorious again. Sean Taylor on the mat for the West Virginia Mountaineers.
There you go. Taylor with that high crotch. He's got the leg. We saw Conetta try to spin around the corner. We're going to get a stalemate called on that, potentially dangerous. The challenge with shooting that high crotch like that when you're going to, is space, right? You're cutting across, and if your angle is such that you're like going to the outside part of him, you really have to work hard to turn that corner.
Anthony Conetta trying to be the first on the board here at 165 pounds. Conetta from Massapequa, New York.
And again, that was a nice shot by Conetta. He's got himself in a pretty good position. You saw that ankle whizzer by Taylor in order to try to stop that.
The Appalachian State bench wanted points there before that whistle came. 104.
I think they were hoping they could still wrestle there a little bit, but Taylor's foot touches the floor, which is right by Jared there. Taylor's foot touches the floor. Once it touches the floor, it's dead. So.
And we'll restart after that scramble.
So some good shots by both guys. Not some good, we could call it good defense or not great finishes. It's up to you how you want to use that. But we haven't had any points. There's another attempt by Taylor to do that duck, which is a long way around. And what you're seeing is Conetta, just diving onto his ankle as he's going by.
Taylor's defense out of this position has been really impressive all day. He's been in it so much, but Conetta has really been relentless out of that. I mean, Taylor had a beautiful duck under to start this whole thing, and now Conetta is still dragging him back into the center with 10 left.
Second time, drug him back in further that time, and we'll see if it pays off here. No points yet.
No points yet for either one of them. They get to that same position with his foot out of bounds.
Time expires. So Taylor fought that off multiple times.
Those things wear on both guys, right? I mean, when you're holding on to that leg like that, your forearms are starting to get on fire a little bit. And for Taylor, there's a lot of core work in that and fighting back to get back into position. So we'll see how that affects them as the match goes on.
Drug him back in twice and couldn't finish. So we're scoreless heading into the second.
What I think he did well when he drug him back in was he kept his foot up relatively high, which kept Taylor from being able to sort of dive back into him and try to attack him.
There's the escape. Taylor quickly trying to shift to offense there.
I thought Conetta really had that bulldog in on top, and I thought he had control, so he started to work around, but as soon as he worked around, he left that right leg completely wide open, able to give that separation for Taylor enough that he's able to get out, threaten to get the leg, and then get an escape off of it.
Taylor, like Waters, does a nice job in that short space of being able to turn and creates these little nooks, these little angles that allows him to either defend well or sometimes obviously score. We've seen it more on the defense part of it so far today.
There's a stall warning against Taylor,
which I think is just about backing out and being on the boundary, right?
Right in front of the West Virginia bench. Still got 40 seconds to go here. The only point, the escape for Taylor earlier in this period. Mountaineers in the lead. Taylor trying to increase that advantage here at 165 pounds. Final few seconds. Taylor headed to the third with a 1-0 lead. And it'll be Conetta starting the third period on the bottom. Ride time not a factor at this point.
See if Taylor can spend a little time on top, see if he can be a little productive up there. My guess, though, is we'll spend most of this third period, or at least the front end of this, on our feet.
There's the escape. So 1:45 to go. We'll see if someone can come up with a takedown here. Take command of this one.
Really digs in there, really nice for that underhook. And when he does, Taylor's attempted a couple of different times to duck that side, but he hasn't been able to clear his other arm very well. There's a chance to get warned for stalling again. He's got to be careful of, because that ends, that instead of being a draw, now that's 1 point. He gets a little sloppy in those areas, right by the boundary sometimes.
Midway through the third, still square at 1.
Conetta been so effective with this underhook. Taylor spins out of it, but I mean, that pressure that Conetta has with that there, he's having the underhooks deep, has great position, and then he's able to force something.
There's your point, Tony.
On the edge.
Yeah.
Putting Conetta up 2-1. 50 seconds left.
Like I said, this is your third match. This is a bit of a gut check, right? I mean, especially if you've had to work really hard in any of the other matches. Trying to find the energy, seeing how well you manage that throughout the day. Again, he does these spaces really well, but he cannot clear that arm very well. And he puts himself in a bad spot because he can't get that arm cleared. Conetta's done a great job of not letting him clear that underhook arm. 20 seconds left. There's a better shot, but his arms were separated again.
One final chance there for Taylor. Conetta trying to hold him off in the final second. No points yet. Time expires.
That was the first time he was able to clear that and that duck under, and almost got himself a takedown there.
Boy, two great late bursts there by Sean Taylor to try and get that last second takedown. In desperation,